everybody, it's Jen Marie here, and today's video is going to be me talking about my childhood injuries. Yes, I've had quite a few boo-boos as a child, and most of them, mom couldn't kiss away. Most of them, sana sana kurita derhana, did not work on them. They were intense. Like this one time where I was running up the stairs to beat my sister to take a shower. We were racing to go and take a shower. Like what kid, I don't know. Point is, we were racing up the stairs. I was behind her, so I grab a hold of her shirt, and I guess she feels me tugging on her, so she turns around to like elbow me or just move me. I don't know what she wanted to do. So I trip and fall, and I bite down on my tongue on the way down the trip. I don't know. While I was tripping, I bit my tongue on accident, and I bit it so hard that there was like a flap of tongue that would just open and close like a door. Yeah. Luckily, I didn't need stitches or anything. We got that checked out. They said my tongue would heal on its own, and it did. It might have sounded like it wasn't too bad, but it was bloody. It was bloody. I don't remember if it was painful, but it was bloody. Next injury was when I was playing with all the little hard toys that they give you at McDonald's in your Happy Meal. We had a bucket full of them. We had a McDonald's line. Anyways, there was a huge bucket full of them. So I would get one, I would push the bucket away and pretty much play basketball with it. That's pretty much what I was doing. But the bucket was in front of the glass door, a glass door that we had. So when I would miss, it would hit the glass, and my mom was on the inside, so whenever it happened, it scared her. She got outside, she got one of the toys, and she threw it back at me just to scare me, like she wasn't like aiming for me or anything. But I was the total opposite of like the Matrix. I went to the toy's way, like I went in the toy's direction instead of dodging it. So it hit me right over here, and I have a scar. It was just another bloody mess. I was scared, my mom was scared, but thankfully, obviously, nothing more extreme happened. I was just left with a scar, and I never played that basketball game ever again. So this next injury is definitely not as intense as the other ones, like physically, but emotionally, I think it is. I'll tell you why. So the story begins when I was sitting on a little short wall with my sister, and we were looking across the street at the houses and things like that. And there was a dog in the backyard, a fenced-in area, and he was barking and barking and barking. I was like screaming, shut up, shut up, like to this dog that like wasn't even mine, and like, I don't know, it was just crazy. And the dog jumps over the fence that he was in and starts charging, running, not like just like running towards me. And so I jump off the little wall and I start running the opposite direction, screaming, and it was just terrifying. I was trying to get away from this huge Rottweiler, and I was like around 4. I was a little tiny thing. I was going as fast as my little legs would take me, and I tripped. I don't know on what. I don't know if a little pebble or my feet, but I tripped. And I could have sworn I was gonna die there. I could have sworn that he was gonna eat me, and that would be the end of me. But thankfully my parents were around, and they just shooed the dog away, and I ended up with some scratches on my elbows and my knees. I mean, that's like scary. Like, luckily I'm not like traumatized, and I still like dogs. I was around 13 or 14 at this time, about a decade older. Dang, that sounds like a lot, like 10 years older. But yeah, I was at school, and in PE We were just throwing and catching a softball with each other with our little group that we would make, and I got distracted by a cute guy. I was looking at this guy while the game was still going on. People were, throwing the ball to each other, and around comes my turn to catch the ball. I wasn't looking. The girl throws it, sees that I'm not looking, and yet throws the softball, which is not soft. That is so contradicting. But she throws the softball at me while I'm not looking. Then she screams, Jen, look out! I turn to her direction and it hits me on my nose. That's why my nose is crooked. I truly believe that's why my nose is crooked. But anyways, it hits me. I'm like in shock at this point, so I'm just like, I don't feel any pain yet. And then all of a sudden it's like, this is gonna be a little like TMI. Have you ever had little gusher candies when you like bite it and it just like squirts out the little like gooey, juicy thingy? I don't know what it is. That's how it was with my nose. It hit me, I stood there, and then boom, down goes a bunch of blood. Like my whole shirt over here was bloody. I had to step back because I didn't want all the blood that was falling out of my nose to get on my clothes. Coach saw, sent me to the nurse. I cleaned myself up, and then I called my dad, told him what happened, went home that day, and my nose was tender for a good month. So this other time I was bicycling, is that what it's called? I was riding my bicycle with my sister and a friend of hers around the neighborhood, and for some reason I was going a little towards the middle of the road, and I was probably looking down or something, but I look up. There's a car right in front of me heading towards me, pressing on the brakes, and I turned my bicycle to try and avoid the car, and all I do is slid. All I did was slid, and my whole body got scratched up. I think I was wearing shorts or something, like I was wearing something that was not going to protect me from sliding across the road. And I actually slid this close to the car tire. I hope you liked this video. Until we meet again, goodbye, and remember, adventure is out there.